Okay, we're good to go. Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome tonight. Stacey and I were talking about how fun it would be to just pop on and do a little call and share about our plexus journeys and the supplements that we use. So Stacey, do you want to unmute and just share a little bit about in a minute when she gets her daughter settled here? I know I have Abigail in the room with me. I'm like, hey, mommy's gonna be talking.
Yeah, I was just lowering the volume on the TV.
Ah, got it.
So I met Megan, it's exactly 1 year ago, actually, because it was at father-son camp in Illinois.
Yes.
Um, and I was already doing a protocol from a local nutritionist, and it was working really well. I was feeling so much better. But it was super expensive. I want to say it was like 800 plus a month I was paying. And I kept saying, like, you kept reaching out to me here and there, and I was like, yeah, let me finish because I wanted to use all the products I had because it is so expensive. Um, and he kept, just okay, buy some more. I was like, no, I'm gonna wait because I want to try out something else. And as soon as I started, I would say within the first 4 days, my inflammation went down huge. And it went down before, but not this much. I lost like 10 pounds of inflammation in 2 weeks. It was insane. My rings were like super loose on my hand, my wedding ring. Just that was like my first, I would say that's my first thing for sure. But otherwise it's a lot cheaper also. So
Yeah, it's super interesting. I've actually helped a couple of people get started recently, and both of the gals had said how much they were spending through a naturopath or just on supplements in general. And one was spending about $600 to $700 a month, and another one was spending upwards of $1,500 to almost $2,000 on supplements. And they were still symptomatic. So they were like, well, what do I have to lose? I'll try the $124 pack and see how I feel. And so they ended up completely transitioning over. So anyways, on a little rabbit trail there, but my name is Megan, and it was so fun to meet Stacey. My sister is the connector for us too, because Stacey is neighbors with her, or Leah and Stacey are neighbors, which is so fun. And I actually started Plexus supplements 10 years ago, or well, almost 10 years ago. I heard about them for almost 2 years before I said yes, because like Stacey, I was using another protocol, and I just was not in the right mindset to say yes to something I didn't really know much about. I thought, for whatever reason, I thought Plexus was for people that needed weight loss, or that were diabetic. And Plexus supplements do address both of those things for people, but I didn't realize that it would benefit me. So I ended up working with a naturopath for almost 2 years because we were exposed to mold in our old farmhouse. And I had a ton of health issues, autoimmune thyroid issue, crazy fatigue, hormone imbalances, horribly leaky gut, anxiety, just a bunch of really crazy symptoms. And I was like, it was so humbling because I was like the crunchy mama, right? We were growing a lot of our own food, homesteading. Um, we live on a farm, my parents' farm, and so like we were getting really great quality beef and chicken. And so it was really humbling to have, like, basically that my body was so triggered and inflamed. And anyways, long story short, I ended up being introduced to Plexus supplements multiple times by friends. And I said, no, thank you, because I didn't have enough information. And so what we would like to do tonight is just to share more information so that you guys can just learn more, whether you're just starting your products or maybe Stacey invited you just to learn more about what it is. And so what I typically help people start on is what we call the triplex. That's what I started on almost 10 years ago. And it's basically a combination. I don't know if you guys can see, I'll show you. It's basically a combination that addresses the gut and blood sugar balance, nutrient absorption, and reducing inflammation. And so what the gut brain axis is a two-way street, right? There's a lot of things that link back to gut health and blood sugar balance. And I didn't realize that blood sugar balance was heavily linked with hormone balance, because insulin is our master hormone, right? So I started to learn as I started the products. And the pink drink is the the drink supplement. It's just like a little stick pack. You mix it in 8 to 12 ounces of water, drink it, sometime throughout your day. And it's sweetened with stevia. It's pink because of beetroot, and it's really amazing. It has some great things to help balance blood sugar, and it's a great like detoxifier, and a lot of people notice just a basic uptick in their energy and better sleep. Right off the bat, I noticed my literally the first 6 months of Plexus. The first 6 months of Plexus, I literally took a pregnancy test every single month because my EMS went away. Like my hormones were so much better balanced. And so I had a kind of a non-typical experience probably for the first 4 to 6 months. I had a lot of detox symptoms, but I knew that was probably going to happen because my gut was such a mess. We were still recovering from the mold and all of that. And so actually it ended up transitioning over from what my naturopath was having me do to Plexus supplements. And what I appreciated about them was that they were more comprehensive and significantly less expensive than what I was doing. And so I liked that it wasn't just a gut health that we were addressing, but we were also addressing blood sugar because okay, you're gonna have to be quiet. Sit down and color, please. I really liked that it was going to be focusing on blood sugar balance also, because after I had my fifth baby, my blood sugar was just bottoming out all the time, and I was like, what in the world is going on? And I was really thankful to learn more about the pink drink and how it helps to balance and regulate blood sugar. You're gonna have to. So all that to say, the other two products that are part of the triplex are our BioCleanse. It's an oxygenated magnesium. It's not a laxative, so it's very gentle. Some people are totally fine taking one or two. Other people with severe constipation type issues have to work up to more. And I mean, I've helped people work up to 4 to 6 a day, up to 12. It's crazy, but it's not going to hurt you, and it will, like, you can up your dose to bowel tolerance. And that's a lot of times what I'll have people do when they're first starting if they're constipated. And so, and on our ProBio 5, these two are like a little married couple. These two are like a little married couple. BioCleanse is like the ProBio 5 is like the sweeper, and the scrubber, and the BioCleanse is like the sweeper. And so the probiotic is a yeast fighter. It has 5 beneficial strains of bacteria. It has some enzymes that break down candida yeast in the gut, and it also has an antifungal. Okay, wait, Abigail, you need to come sit down, please. So
something I didn't mention while I got mine here too. So uh, something that I didn't say was I was having really low blood sugar. Every time I went to the doctor, my glucose was at 55, and I was getting really shaky, and I was having to eat like every 3 hours. I tried the intermittent fasting, but I couldn't do it because my blood sugar kept dropping down. And within 4 days, I would say I started noticing I wasn't getting shaky, and I was like, oh, I didn't eat, like, and I'm okay. So it was subtle. Like, it was like, oh my gosh. And one day, I will tell you, forgot my pink drink, and it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, I feel so dizzy. Like, I don't feel good. And my blood sugar was so low again. And I am not a diabetic. I'm not a pre-diabetic. I am low blood sugar person. So it was super interesting. I don't know. I was on a lot of steroids, so I don't know if that has messed with my blood sugar, possibly, like, keep dropping. But yeah, so low blood sugar, it corrected, I would say, in about 4 days. And if I don't take it, I feel it. And I'm like, this is what I felt like 2 months ago before I started Plexus. It was weird. And I actually was talking to Rebecca when that happened. So
yeah, it's super interesting. I like to call the pink drink the body balancer because it can help to lower high blood sugars, and it can actually help to stabilize. Sorry, did I say that right? Lower high blood sugars and stabilize low blood sugars. And so there's definitely a calming and stabilizing effect that happens. And it actually increases insulin sensitivity. And so a lot of people are insulin resistant and don't even realize it, or kind of like pre-diabetic and don't realize it. And so anyways, it really helps to regulate and balance hormones, and the gut health piece is a huge piece. And I don't think people realize how much is linked back to our guts and what's going on. And like, even from just an absorption, if you're intestines are coated with candida yeast. You're not absorbing from your food, you're not absorbing from your supplements. And so this helps to increase nutrient absorption and help you feel great. Because when your guts are sluggish or your food is running through you, I mean, it helps to regulate and balance all of that. And so I just encourage people, like, don't give up before your miracle, because I came into Plexus having worked with a naturopath for almost 2 years. And then I had still 4 to 6 months worth of work to do on my health. And so I mean, the beauty of Plexus is they do have a 60-day money guarantee. And so I feel like that serves as a buffer for people that are skeptical like I was. And so your first 60 days, you can be like, okay, if I don't love it, I can get my money back. But what I encourage people to do is to if you have extensive health issues, to give yourself 6 months, because it can definitely take time to heal. And sometimes there's a balancing time period. And sometimes we have to troubleshoot with people to kind of reboot and rebalance things a little bit. So I was going to share really quick, oops, where did I go? About our step 2 probiotic. I call it the mom chill pill. It's called Vital Biome. I take these at nighttime, 2 to 4 BioCleanse and ProBio, and usually I coach people to start out with 1 and 1. If you're severely constipated, though, we'll up it and do pink drink and BioCleanse for a bit, just to open up pathways of elimination first before we add in their probiotic. But in general, 1 and 1 for a week, and then up it to 2 and 2, and then you can up it to 3 and 3, right? And I worked up to 4 of each and kept it at higher dose for 6 months. So, oh, sorry, my kids just came home. I thought someone was screaming. Anyways, so the Vital Biome is a step 2 probiotic, and it's amazing. I usually take it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. So I keep it on the nightstand. Please go out. I'm on the clock. I'm on the clock. Huh? Oh, yes. Okay. 1
Okay.
second, really.
Everyone's excited. They had Average Joe come in for father-son camp.
And I miss Abigail.
I know Ryla wanted to go to see Abigail.
Mhm.
She was pretty upset when she found out she wasn't going. She goes, I want to go see Abigail.
Aw, we miss you.
She was not
And
happy.
my mom showed me with Abigail, with her baby kitty cats.
Yes.
And I want to go to your house and play with her kitty cats, because I really want a cat. And my dad's allergic to them.
Oh,
right.
no. Ah. So anyways, Vital Biome is a great little add-on if you're looking to really up level. This actually has strains that specifically help with anxiety and depression. And then our multivitamin. I remember when I was working with my naturopath, she just said, unless you want your autoimmune symptoms to come back, you need to stay on a quality multivitamin, probiotic, and omega. And so I really liked when I added this in, and I actually recommend anyone that has thyroid issues to add this in, because it helps so much. Okay. It helps so much with making sure that you're getting quality nutrients and it's in an absorbable form. So they're fully methylated B vitamins, and they're in a form that's easily assimilated. There's an X Factor Original, and then there's an X Factor Plus. And the Plus one I actually recommend for women that are 35, don't do that, 35 years or older, because it has a polyphenol blend that helps with hormone balance. And so I've had reports back from women saying that it's really helped them not have hot flashes. And I actually have studied and had some friends, we just had conversations about how women as they age will have fewer symptoms if they're getting enough minerals. And so this is a multivitamin and multi-mineral. So just keep it on your little radar if you don't have a good multivitamin, and or if you have thyroid issues, because a lot of times thyroid is linked back to gut health and not and either nutrient malabsorption or just like not getting the nutrients to your body. I know there were some questions about children and the products, so I'd be happy to talk about that really quick. I'm just going to do a quick handoff really fast, and I'll be right back. So Stacey, if you want to chat for a quick.
All right, Rebecca, I was going to say, you heard the beetroot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
we're talking about beetroot.
So yeah, I did. And I want to go back to what she was saying about the clean and sweep thing. Did she say do 1 tablet to start with, which is kind of what I was on, and then up it to 2 and 2 and 3 and 3?
Yes.
Is that okay?
She said
Okay.
she did 4 for 6 months.
Just to kind of get started or to clean everything out, I guess.
Yeah, she did 4 for 6 months, I think she said. I'm
Okay.
doing I've been doing 2 and 2 right now.
Okay. I'm still on like 1 and 2, I think. I don't think I've upped it yet. So,
Okay.
Yeah, going slow is important because every
okay.
time I touched my products, I had more detox. And so not everybody has detox symptoms. Make sure you're drinking water. That will help the products work better. So because you want to be flushing out toxins and things like that. And so, work with whoever is getting you started on your products, because sometimes we have to tweak, like if you're feeling bloated or extra indigestion, sometimes we'll increase the BioCleanse, and sometimes you might have a gap. Some people don't do equal amounts of Probio 5 and BioCleanse, so it's good to be conscious for what your body's telling you and how you're feeling. Let's talk about kids really fast. So my kids actually, when I started, I gave them all reduced doses of the triplex. We had come out of the moldy house, so I figured they had some extensive gut healing to do also. And my second son in particular had kind of a lot of behavior issues that I felt like were probably gut related. I wanted to kind of cover those bases. And so I put him on a reduced dose of the Slim and then Probio 5 and BioCleanse. And I think it's common sense. So based on how old and how heavy your child is, if they're adult size, they could probably, use a close to adult size dose. If they're very small, or if you have a young child that you're putting on the products, then, dose accordingly with common sense. I actually have a graphic on the One Team page. If you type in like children in plexus or kids plexus, it'll probably pop up. I have multiple posts, but there's actually a little graphic on how to dose the triplex per age of kids. But I actually put Benjamin, our son, on Probio 5 when I first started, because he had eczema all over his body. He was 4 at the time, and he's now almost 14. And 1 month on this probiotic and his eczema went away. And I felt like I unlocked the code, because we had struggled with eczema with our older son, and I couldn't ever figure it out. I just ended up having to slather him with steroid cream, and which I hated, but I never connected the dots. I didn't realize, like, okay, skin is a reflection of your gut. And he obviously was reacting or not absorbing something correctly. And so with Benjamin, Probio 5 took care of it. I had another younger son. We have 7 kids total. And I had one of my younger sons, actually, I put him on Probio 5 because when he was about 6 months old, eczema started to flare up for him. And one Probio 5 didn't even phase it. So I started with a half a capsule and I moved up. And I think I got him up to maybe 2 capsules, maybe even more than that. I would just pull apart the capsule, stir it in a little bit of food. You can mix it in milk. You can put it in a smoothie, applesauce, just disguise it in some way in a little bite of food. And it took longer and it took more for him. So everyone is uniquely, bio specific. And so what worked for Ben didn't work the same for Daniel. So I had to up the dose. So it's, common sense when dosing kids, but kids benefit from our products big time. So if you guys have any specific questions, you can pop them in the chat if you have specific kid questions or dosing for kids. But so many kids are constipated, and this is so much better than Miralax. BioCleanse is not as easily disguised in food, but I've had moms be able to transition their kids over completely to natural instead of having to use Miralax. So do you guys have specific questions about Restore? This is our newer product. It's our Restore Tea. It's actually the very last product in our 3-day reset, and it is a liver cleanse. And so this has spirulina, spinach leaf. It just helps basically cleanse heavy metals and toxins out of your body. I have some actually really great videos if you want like a deep dive into this product that I can share with Stacey after the call, and I can pop it in my little customer chat too. Because there are a lot of great sciencey details on that I personally haven't researched, but like my friend Jessica Hugendorn, who is a doctor of like a natural doctor, she has definitely researched a bunch about this. particular product. And I started this right after convention when it launched. And so I did it for a month in the month of July. And then I started it again this fall. So in the beginning of October. So I'm doing another 1 month of it. And it's just 1 scoop in a glass of water. And I do it at bedtime. I know some people for weight loss will do 2 a day and just for 2 weeks, kind of a quick blast, but I like to go a little slower. And I caution people against doing too much too fast, especially if they're first starting their triplex and then they're like double dosing on Restore. I just feel like it's probably better to go a little slower than to overwhelm the system. So that's just my personal opinion, and you can tweak it to what you need it to work for. Okay, Ryla is possibly needing something. I would actually put my kids on a probiotic before I put them on a multivitamin. I actually didn't bring our kids line in here. I should have, but we actually have a DHA supplement for kids. It's a little stick packs. It's called Mega Kids. It's a drink. It's delicious. It's like a tropical punch flavor and it's amazing. It's really good. My kids love it. And then we have a chewable multivitamin that's called Mega Kids. It's just a chewable. It's a probiotic multivitamin combo and it has a probiotic included. So, and no sugar, they're good, they're great. When my kids can start swallowing capsules though, I actually put them on the X Factor Original, especially through the winter months. I'm not always amazing in the summer giving them stuff, but in the winter when I feel like we really need to double down on, making sure our guts are healthy, making sure our immune systems are tippy top shape. ProBio 5 is my product of choice that I recommend for kids. For severe constipation type issues, I would give them some BioCleanse also, but the capsules are pull apart, so it's easy to give to kids. Sometimes, my kids will bum a little pink drink off me too. I feel like I have a communal cup. I don't know if you other moms feel that way. They're like, oh, yum, I want some of your drink. Like, get away, people. It's fine. But little doses I'll give Abigail, but she pretty much will just, I'll let her have the hydrate, a little bit of Slim sometimes, or the kids drink. Okay, what did I forget? Any questions popping up?
I did start the ease. I really like it.
Oh yeah, I didn't bring that. I think I'm out of ease actually. Ease is our natural anti-inflammatory and it's amazing. As long as you're not allergic to shellfish, it has enzymes and it has this green-lipped mussel extract and it's real fishy. So you can store it in the freezer or the fridge to reduce the smell. But it is really amazing at fighting inflammation. And so I will actually often recommend for people with acute inflammation to do 2 to 3 capsules 2 to 3 times a day, first dose on an empty stomach. So it's not like an over-the-counter pain medication. It doesn't work like that. So you have to take it consistently and do loading doses in the beginning for it to build up in your system and to reduce that inflammation. And I have had people that will just do like 2 capsules a day and it took them longer to notice the results, but they still got them. So my friend Jen put her husband on it because he was ending up having to walk with a cane because I think it was his knee or something was out of whack and just, he needed some pain relief. And so she put him on 2 E's a day. And she goes, it was like day 59, literally, that he was like, you know what? I feel fine now. Like my pain is gone. And she goes, knowing what I know now, if I would have put him on loading doses, I think he would have seen results quicker. So good stuff. Okay. What other question?
So I got Restore. So I'm going to start that after this weekend. I want Rebecca to do that with me.
Oh yeah. It's always more fun to do with a friend because you can pick.
Yeah. I got the Ease. I started that. I was gonna get the Vital Biome and then I'm gonna get her own little pink drink.
Oh, delicious.
Excited?
Very fun.
Oh, Rebecca asked a question.
Yes. Yep. They do different things. So which ones are you wondering about? Like the triplex and the Restore specifically? Yeah. So like I do my pink drink like mid-morning or even mid-afternoon instead of like snacking. And then I do ProBio 5 and BioCleanse at bedtime. And then like my morning supplements, I'll just take like with my pink drink or whenever I remember. So like my multivitamin, omega, that kind of thing. And then Restore, I just do in the evening, like before bed. It's just like a little scoop you put and mix it with water. Justin likes it hot, but I like it cold, either lukewarm or like room temperature or over ice. Either way is good.
So I have noticed with triplex also, periods are definitely totally different. And my
In a good way.
mood, oh yeah, in a good way. And my mood just feels very like I don't feel irritable.
It's so interesting. My friend Lisa, my mom's friend Lisa from Maine, she's my friend too now, obviously, but originally she was my mom's friend, and my mom actually had to convince her. It was like 3 months of back and forth. Should I do this? Should I not? And my mom's like, Lisa, just try it. Just order it. See what you think. And she's like, this is her testimony, no lie. She goes, the triplex took my little ball of anger. Because like every month she would have, her husband was like, oh, the little ball of anger is back. And so that's her testimony. She's like, it helped that little fireball of anger go away. So yeah. And I have known some people that will take the pink drink at bedtime, and it helps them sleep better. So some people prefer to take it at night. So you can kind of tweak it based on your schedule and what works best for you. They're supplements, and so they're tweakable. They're not like medications, but I will say that people that aren't consistent don't see the same results as people that are consistent for sure. So I try to preach the consistency thing. I will say really quick, there is a reward for consistency. So like when your original order shipped out, you were gifted, like I think it's 250 perk credits. And then every single month that your subscription kicks out, you get more perk credits. So you can go and redeem those for free products. So like you could go snag the Vital Biome for free, or maybe you have your eye on the greens. We have a really great greens product. Our collagen is amazing. Our skincare is great. So there's a lot of freebies that you can get. And they reward the consistency. I do encourage people to keep their subscription on at least through the second month, so that you have your full 60 days worth of perspective, right, before you decide whether you're going to continue or not. Between day 75 and 90 though is kind of the magic for a lot of people. And so I recommend, like, if you can give it 90 days or even 6 months before you just, make a do or die choice, it's better if you can give yourself longer to experience the products and work with your sponsor to tweak things if we need to. So the perk credits are amazing. And then our referral program is also really amazing. I don't know if Stacey has talked to you all about this, but it's great. I know a lot of us just came in for products. We didn't come in to tell anyone about them. But for me, when the little Superman probiotic took my son's eczema away, it was like, all the moms need to know. Like literally, that was my thought. It's like, how could I not tell people? Because it's helping me. I had friends with autoimmune issues. Like I had friends, I don't even know why I knew this about them, but like inflammatory bowel issues. I guess I had told me it's somewhere along the line, I don't know, or complained on Facebook somewhere. And so it was just very organic for me to tell people about what we were trying, and people were really open and receptive to it. And so we have this amazing, way more amazing referral program than we did when I started almost 10 years ago. So now if you refer 3 friends, you make over $350. This month they have like extra cash stacked, like this Christmas cash incentive. And so if you help 4 friends get started, you'll make over $500. So it's one of those things that if you just want to be a customer, you can totally be a customer. No one's going to push you or pressure you into, telling other people if you don't want to. But if you are open to that, like you're a natural sharer, I actually encourage people to share and do it with friends. So you don't have to wait like 6 months, to get results to be able to share. I'm actually really thankful. I started sharing before I personally had results. I just saw what the Probiotic 5 did for Ben, and I shared based on that. And I was also like such a nerd. I was studying how and why the products worked, and they made so much sense to me. So I knew that my results were coming. It was just because I had been exposed to mold and had that trigger and my body was inflamed. It was going to take me longer to have wins. And so I'm really glad that I was brave and shared in that time period, because I ended up helping people get started. And some of those people had results, like amazing results, really quick right off the bat. And so it encouraged me to keep going also. So anyways, all that to say, some of you may want to share right off the bat, and Stacey and I have systems in place to help you if that's something that you want to do. And if you don't have to share either. So I just wanted to mention that in case that's something on your brain, because we do like to help people get at least 3 friends to do it with them. That way they have some buddies. and accountability. And then also you don't have to budget for the next couple months worth of your products, which is a win-win. So we never want like finances to get in the way of your health journey. So if that's of interest, like we can answer more questions about that too. So any other questions popping up? I'm so glad you guys all popped on. This is fun.
Coco Calm. The
What's that?
calming cocoa.
It's so good. I didn't bring that one in here, but it's
Can
delicious.
you tell us about it? And what was the other one? It's a protein.
Yes, so we have a protein shake called Lean, and we just have like chocolate and vanilla flavors, but they've been starting to come out with these seasonal flavors that are like limited edition flavors. And so we just had the spiced pumpkin come out. It's still available for purchase. And then this week, even like it was just came out on Wednesday. Was that yesterday? That was yesterday, a long time ago. We had the white chocolate peppermint come out. And it's been out in the past, like in other years, but they brought it back. So that is the Lean. It has 21 grams of protein. You can, that particular flavor profile only comes in the whey based, but we also have vegan if you're dairy free. So that's a win. And it's clean. It's a great way to get protein in. I used it during my last pregnancy, just for, to be able to get extra protein in and have a treat. It felt like I was drinking a Frosty's milkshake, but I was actually getting a protein shake and it wasn't jacking my blood sugar. So that was a win. It has like prebiotics and it's good for your gut health also. So I really like that aspect. And then the Calming Cocoa is actually a really unique product that Plexus just came out with. And it's basically a healthy hot chocolate. So instead of rolling through Starbucks and paying crazy out the wall money for that, plus drinking whatever it is, 40 grams of sugar, or I don't even know how much, those drinks, the calories and the sugars, but this particular hot cocoa only has 4 grams of sugar. And it's sweetened with, I think it's like coconut palm sugar and stevia. And so there's also a mood enhancing mushroom, I believe it is. That's one of the ingredients. And it has like good prebiotic profile for gut health. So it has some really amazing ingredients and you can indulge without totally wrecking and derailing your health plan. So that has been a super big win, home run, I think, for Plexus to come out with something so fun. And I like holding the mug. I don't love coffee. Like over the years, I've been like, I need coffee, like I need caffeine, 7 babies, not enough sleep. I need something. So I was so thankful when Plexus came into my life because I'm like, I have Pink Drink and it gives me the sustained energy and my mood is calm and I feel like, it helps me get through my day. But I do love being able to hold like the experience of holding a mug of something hot. So I like treats like hot cocoa. So this is a great treat. And it's more like a dark chocolate. So it's not like super, super sweet and not milk chocolatey, but you can probably make it creamier if you actually mixed it with milk. I've just been doing mine with like hot water. It'd also be less calories too. But if you want it creamier, you could totally add the milk.
Yes, that was very tempting, that cocoa. I'm looking at, I'm like, oh, that looks good.
Yeah. And that combo with the mug is almost sold out. They were planning to have it sold out by tomorrow, but I think the way the sales were going, it was looking like we were going to sell out today. So if you really have your eyes set on that combo, they have the individual products, but the combo with the mug, that's what's selling really fast.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yes. Any other quick questions? Well, we are available in the chat anytime you guys have a question that pops up, and we have our little resource pages too. So you can literally type in any keyword and pull up old posts and articles too. So you utilize that as a resource. And you can also go to the top of Facebook and like type in Plexus and Lyme or Plexus and like anything, and testimonies will pop up, which is always fun. And then I utilized YouTube all the time. I would like type in Plexus Probio 5 and I would like, this is such a nerd of me, but I would go listen to little video clips that people had done about just individual products just so I could learn more. Not necessary, obviously, but it just, I guess, bolstered my belief in what I was taking and encouraged me to keep going because I knew that, the products were really good and well formulated to help with root issues. And that was what I was really working on in my health. So, well, if there's no other questions, I will get this recording up so anyone that couldn't be on but wanted to hear can check it out. And yeah, any other quick things, Stacey?
I think that's it. I'm excited. I've tried the active from you because you sent some. That was good. I tried the hydrate. I mean, everything I've had, I love.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, our
see
hydrate-
results.
I forgot to say I brought the hydrate in. The hydrate is great. It's an electrolyte drink, and so it's great like in the summertime if you're wanting like a clean hydration drink. So, and it will hydrate you much faster than water, especially if you're, you know, a workout gal or have kids in sports. And our active product, I actually that's one of my very favorites. And I just do like a half a packet and I mix it with my pink drink. But it comes in a stick pack like probiotic or like pink drink. But there's 3 different flavors. There's a starfruit guava, there's the lemongrass, the pineapple lemongrass, and then the peach mango. And it's it has an ingredient called nitric oxide, so it helps with circulation. And so a lot of people will notice like better mental clarity, less brain fog. They'll drink it as like a pre or post workout. My hubby does that. For me, it's more like my mom fuel. So I'll add a little bit to my pink drink. It does, that particular product does have caffeine. So I always just mention that to people. If you're sensitive to caffeine, maybe just do a little bit, because I really like the flavor of the watermelon raspberry slim mixed with the peach mango active. It's really good. So yeah, there's that too if you're looking for like a little boost of energy.
Starfruit guava was amazing.
Yeah, my teens really love that. That flavor. Well, this was so fun. Thanks everybody for popping on.
Thank you.
I want
Oh.
to say hi to Abigail.
Let me see if she's out
Oh,
here. I kind of banished her.
She got in trouble. You can only imagine the 2 of them running around together.
Okay.
Riley Grace Bua.
Say hi, Beth.
Hi.
I'm gonna cut the recording here. 1 second. I think I can.
It's
Let me say good night.